So say you're like me and you found yourself in a weird middle ground of editing your videos in Premiere Pro, but you prefer to take advantage of Davinci Resolve's amazing color grading capabilities. Now, there are a ton of different round-trip workflows for how to do this, but today I'm gonna go over my method and the one that's worked best for me that doesn't involve the headaches of exporting XML files. So if that's something that might interest you, let's get into it. Okay, here we are in Premiere Pro, and this is a music video I recently worked on that I showed you in my last YouTube video. And essentially what I'm gonna start with doing here is taking the raw footage. So this is all completely ungraded footage from the music video. Everything is 100% edited the way I want it to be. I just haven't done any color grading to it. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and export this. So I'm gonna select my timeline. I'm gonna hit Control M, and just a little background, what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to export this as a ProRes 422 file. So it'll be a completely edited music video just without the grading, like I said before. So I'll select my format to be QuickTime. Preset, we're gonna jump down here to Apple ProRes 422. If you want, you can name it and save it where you'd like up here. I'm gonna click maximum render quality, and I'm gonna go ahead and export this out. Great, so now that the exporting is done, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into Davinci Resolve. I'm gonna go ahead and do a new project and call this music video grading, just for now. You can name it whatever you like. Hit create, and now we have an empty project here. We're gonna go ahead and jump to media. Great, so once you've located the file, you're gonna go ahead and click on it. And now before bringing it into your media bin, and this is important because you need to do this before you bring it into your media bin, is right click on the file and you're gonna go to Scene Cut Detection. So what Scene Cut Detection is it's gonna go ahead and automatically run through your video and detect where it thinks cut points are. So let's go ahead to the bottom left and hit Auto Scene Detect. So once this is finished up, you'll notice a lot of green lines here, and you'll see a column on the right. So this is indicating that Davinci Resolve has made a total of 65 cuts for this specific video. It tells you the frame that it started on and the time code for each clip in question. You can go through and scrub through and make sure that all of this lines up. As you can see here, Davinci does an incredible job at noticing when there's an actual cut. And if you do notice that there was a mistake, so if you realize that it forgot to add a cut, you can line up the playhead right where you need to, go ahead and click add, and you'll see that a green mark is now there where you clicked add. And the same goes for the opposite. If you realize that it made a cut where there shouldn't be, just line up your playhead right up there, go ahead and hit delete, and you'll notice that the green mark will go away. So once you've gone through and made sure that the cuts are all in the appropriate places, you're gonna go ahead to the bottom right and hit Add Cuts to Media Pool. Now what you can do is click out on the X to the top left here, and you'll see that all of our clips are now in our media pool, and they have all been separated into individual cuts rather than one long video. So we'll jump into our edit timeline, and from the top left, I will click, and I will scrub down all the way to the bottom right. I'm gonna hit Shift, I'm gonna click on the bottom, and you'll see that all of these have been selected in order. I'll now drag this entire thing over to my timeline, and voila. Now what's left to do is to hop into the color panel here, and you'll see that all of my clips are now in the color panel, ready for grading, separated as individual clips. This is by far one of my favorite ways to edit something in Premiere and bring it into Davinci for color grading alone. This is also where I'd add any effects that need to be added, and I would also export this as a final video for YouTube or Vimeo. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little tip there. If you've got any questions, feel free to reach out to me below, and as always, I appreciate you watching. If you'd like to stay updated on my work, make sure to subscribe and follow me on Instagram at TimmyLodi, and until the next one,